Everyone, thank you for joining us today. My name is Kaylin. I'm on the Google AdWords team here in Mountain View, California. Today we have our third installment of the Enhanced Campaigns series. Our topic is upgraded ad extensions and location targeting. I have two product specialists here with me today, Wes and Andy. These guys are awesome. They really know their stuff. So they'll be walking through the different ad extension updates that you have available, and they'll also touch upon location targeting towards the end. So before we get started, let's meet our experts. Wes, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself first. Tell us either where you're from or just a random googly fact.
All right. Hi, everybody. My name is Wes Mathern. I'm originally from Ohio, but right now I'm based out of Ann Arbor. I've been with Google for about 2.5 years, and I guess for a googly fact, if any of you paid really close attention to the local PBS affiliate in Toledo, you might have seen me on television during my college years several years ago. I'm kind of a big deal.
Awesome. So you're already a natural in front of the camera. We'll have you do all the hangouts then.
Sure,
all
sounds
right.
good.
And then we also have Andy here with us. So Andy, go ahead and share one of your many interesting facts.
Well, hey everyone. My name's Andy. I'm actually originally from South Florida, Miami area. I'm a big Heat fan. But my fun googly fact is actually really quite nerdy. When I was in college, I was actually the Guitar Hero state champion of North Carolina. So I spent way too much time playing Guitar Hero, but I can say I've since laid down the plastic guitar. So.
Awesome. And I like your background too. I'm a little bit jealous. Which office are you sitting in?
Oh, I'm in sunny Ann Arbor. It's beautiful over here.
Awesome. All right.
Yeah.
Great. Well, before we kick it off, just a reminder to anyone who hasn't tuned into a Hangout before, you can actually post live questions. So if we're going through the content, something doesn't make sense, or you have a specific question about the ad extensions, go ahead and post your question. Don't be shy. We'll try to answer as many of these questions live as we can, but if for some reason we don't get to your question, we do post this video on YouTube tomorrow. So we'll have all the questions answered by then. And if you are watching the YouTube recording, there are actually timestamps, so you can go to whatever section you want. If you're sick of listening to me talk, no problem, skip right over me, go to whatever section you're interested in. And with that, I'll let Wes start us off with a quick introduction and overview of the updated ad extensions.
Thanks very much. The reason I think that we're really going over ad extensions today is that there's been a lot made of enhanced campaigns, and I'm sure you've been beaten over the head with information about it because it's a really big deal, and it's a really big change for AdWords in general, and we're really excited about it. But I think it's really important to look at extensions because they're kind of the hidden gems of what's happened with enhanced campaigns. There's a lot of really great enhancements. There's kind of the fulfillment of a lot of wants and asks from both our end and then also from the advertiser end as well. And so we think this is a really good opportunity to kind of go over some of the areas that maybe you've heard a little bit about, but we'll be definitely going into some detail today. So again, this is just a high-level overview. We're going to be going over, again, site links, call extensions, and location, and then a brief recap at the end. But for now, just know that there's a lot of great things. Some major highlights is instead of having to have campaign-level extensions, now for a lot of them, you can have them specific to the ad group level. You can now get even more detailed reporting. So this represents itself in a few different ways, but there's better reporting on call extensions. You can see individual site link reporting now, so there's great stuff there. And another really handy for account management thing is that previously, if you wanted to change something to an extension, maybe the URL is changed or maybe your number's changed, you had to completely dump the previous history of this extension and create a new one. Now, inline editing is allowed and your performance is maintained. So that's another really big thing. We're also doing individual approval. So with site links, this is really the biggest thing, that instead of having your whole cluster of 6 or whatever site links disapproved because you forgot the .com on one of them or whatever, now each site link is approved at an individual level, and you can really easily identify, say, the 1 or whatever that are not approved. And then beyond that, we can have mobile preferred extensions in a couple different areas. So if you need to provide different messaging to users on mobile devices, you can do that. And then one feature that's prevalent across pretty much all extensions now is the concept of scheduling. So I've seen and set up a lot of campaigns just specifically for like call extensions where we didn't want that call extension to show if the business wasn't open, and that's not even a concern anymore because you can schedule the days and hours that you want those extensions to appear. So again, that's just kind of a shotgun blast of a lot of the different great things that are happening with extensions due to enhanced campaigns, and we'll be going into a bit more detail here.
Awesome. Thank you for that introduction, Wes. Sounds like exciting stuff. So let's dive into some of the details on these ad extensions. I know one of the all-time favorites are those little site link extensions that you can show underneath your ad if you show at the top and have a good enough quality score. So Andy, why don't you explain a little bit about what's happening with the new site link extensions and maybe do a quick account walkthrough so we can see exactly where we upgrade these site link extensions.
Absolutely. Thanks, Caitlin. And thanks, Wes, for that overview. I think you're right. This is a huge deal. There's been a lot of really cool functionality added to these extensions, especially the site links extensions. That functionality was based on feedback we had gotten from advertisers. So some of the big improvements, individual site links, that means individual site link reporting, and again, individual site link approval. So that's huge. As well as ad group level site links, and everyone has been wanting those for a while, so now we have them. And what I will do now is screen share and walk through my account and show you how you would go about upgrading. So we're in an enhanced campaign here, but the extensions have not been upgraded. So if we're viewing site links extensions, these are site links extensions. It says not upgraded right here, a block of 10, and I'm sure you all know and love site links and have dealt with an issue where one of these wasn't right for some reason and the entire block got disapproved. But we have this little yellow box here to grab your attention, and all you need to do is click Upgrade Campaigns Site Link Extensions. You can also upgrade all site link extensions at one time, but for our purposes here, I'll just upgrade this campaigns. So you click on that, upgrading your site links extensions. It upgrades them all, and you could see them here. But to actually add them in, if I click Edit, and you can also notice Upgraded has now been changed here. I click Edit. You can see in this box that opens up, you have all your site links, individual site links on the left-hand side. The ones that have already been added are grayed out. You can move them over, move them back. And then all the other ones I have in this account are listed right here. The cool thing about these, so again, you create them individually. If I want to edit a particular one, you have the link text, the link URL, and then you could specify if you want it to be mobile preferred. And this will, as long as you have non-mobile preferred site links, we will give preference to these mobile preferred site links on mobile devices. And then you can also look at the scheduling for site links. You can have start and end dates here, and more importantly, I think, is the scheduling function where you can actually say, I only want this to show 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. You could save that there. And if you wanted to create these from scratch, so let's say you didn't have any site links originally, you would do the same. You would click Edit next to the site link extension setting, click on plus new site link. Let's say you want to do like the contact us. I'll just make one up really quick. And let's say you only want your contact us site link to show when your business is open, like Wes had mentioned. So that's when kind of the scheduling comes in and is really quite useful. So now I've added it in. It's listed right here, and I just move it over, and I can save it. And now the add group level site-link extensions. Click on this site-link extension setting overrides button. We'll open up the add group level site-link extensions, and I only have 2 ad groups in here, but let's say I wanted a different set for my scholarships ad group versus my FA2 ad group. Select it here. Let's see, and I could use any of these same ones, a different combination of them, whatever I would want for this particular ad group, and then go ahead and save it. And again, these will override the site links that are set at the campaign level. I don't have any statistics for these site links since this is a bit of a dummy account, but let's say I did, they would be listed individually here, and so I could view that data and use it to optimize my campaign and my site links and figure out which ones are performing best with certain campaigns or certain ad groups, etc. So yeah, that is kind of an account walkthrough of that process. And yeah, that's pretty much an overview of what you can now do with the upgraded site link extensions.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that account walkthrough, Andy. That was very helpful. I think it'll be really interesting to see in your account which individual site links actually get clicked on the most, because before it came sort of as this package deal, it was all bundled together. Now you can really break it down and get some useful information on, okay, which particular site link do people tend to click on the most, which ones convert, etc. So cool stuff there. The next extension that Wes is going to talk about is the call extension. So this is huge. We know phone numbers are really important. That's how a lot of advertisers conduct business and make sales. So Wes, explain to me what's going on with these call extensions and how do I make sure that my phone number is showing with my ad?
Sure thing. Yeah, I'm sure many of you are very familiar with call extensions. They're fantastic extension. We've been really happy to drive a ton of phone calls to our advertisers, and things are only getting better there too. Some of the major highlights I'll go over before I go in, and I'll show you in the account as well. But one thing that we're really excited about is using Google forwarding numbers. We're now able to provide as a statistic in the account phone call conversions. Now this is a separate statistic from the one per conversions or the one per many conversions. And so, like, your conversion optimizers and what have you won't optimize for it. However, you're able to set these phone call conversions at a certain number of seconds, whatever's valuable to you. Previously, there was that 30-second mark that we paid attention to with call metrics. Now, you could set these conversions if, say, it's not relevant until 3 minutes in, then go 180 seconds, and you can collect phone conversions that way. Next, another really big deal is that previously the only way to get calls from showing your phone number on either desktop or tablet was to use these Google forwarding numbers and Google call metrics. And those came at $1 a call, or even recently we had introduced the bid per call. Now we actually have 2 answers to that. One, the Google forwarding numbers, the calls that come from those, from ads shown on desktop and tablet, they're now just going to be free, like really, really free. And there's very few things in this world that are really, really free, and that's one of them. So those calls are definitely free, definitely great, and so you can begin to collect those. Secondly, what you're also going to be able to do is to show call extensions, not Google forwarding number call metrics, but just regular old call extensions. So if your own individual number is really important to you and you need to maintain that across everywhere, then you can maintain that on desktop and tablet now, which we're really excited to bring over to you. From there, we also have a little bit better extension reporting. There's really good breakdowns where you can see exactly how people are interacting with your call extensions. And then, just like site links, you can do ad group level call extensions too. So I'm going to screen share real quick and show you exactly what that looks like. Again, this is also a dummy account, so there aren't going to be statistics really, but just for your own purposes, we're going to upgrade to new approved call extensions. So now these extensions have been upgraded. I'm going to go into the campaign enhanced one. And you'll see here, I'm going to go in and I'm going to edit it. And right now I'm using my own phone number, but say if I wanted to switch to a Google forwarding number, now I can report those phone call conversions, and we'll do it at 120 seconds. Maybe yours is different, maybe it isn't. You'll see also that you can mark that mobile device preference right here. And then you can also schedule as well. So I'm going to schedule Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. And there we go. So I can add in a new phone number if I need to. That'll be the exact same process. And you can see also that I have a extension if I need to. But for now, I'm just going to go into the actual campaign. I'm going to save this. I'm going to go into the Enhanced campaign and show you exactly where you can view these details. So we're going to add columns. And here, if you see the call details, you can add in all these. And you can see your phone impressions, phone calls from phone through, and then average cost per phone call, which previously you might have seen $1 or whatever you were bidding. But as long as it's on desktop or tablet, that'll be free. And then the pricing model hasn't changed whatsoever for mobile devices. That's still just going to be a cost of a click, whatever you're bidding there. So that's all of it for call extensions. Again, we're really excited about making them free on desktop and tablet, and then allowing them everywhere via just call extensions rather than the Google forwarding number, and then some great detailed reporting as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that, Wes. And just a quick reminder, you can't actually type the phone number into your ad text, but that's actually a good thing, because now you just add it as an extension, it can show on the desktop, and it frees up more space in your actual ad to feature special offer or more cool things about your business. So don't type the actual phone number into the ad, save that space for whatever you want to feature about your business, and then just know that that call extension you add will show. So it's a good thing, don't worry. All right.
That's a great point. Thanks for adding that.
Yeah, no problem. And moving into our last section, Andy's just going to talk briefly about the location targeting. So how do we reach our customers at the right time, in the right place, on the right device, etc. So go ahead and fill us in on that, Andy.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll also mention location extensions a bit, but that's actually one of the things that has not changed a whole lot. But there has been some features to integrate the new location targeting and location extensions that I think is really quite cool. And again, I'll start off with a quick screen share just so I can show you where it is in an Enhanced campaign. All right. So if you're back on your campaign settings here, by default it should take you to all settings, and the easiest way to get to your locations and where you can edit them is just by clicking on locations here. I've added in a few locations already, some radius targeting, some cities, and a state, for instance. So in the scenario where I'm targeting California and San Francisco, let's say I want to target California just at whatever my baseline bid is, but I want to target San Francisco at a higher bid. I would go ahead and click right in here in the bid adjustment column. I could say increase by 20%. Now let me know what that new bid would look like. And this will now be on top of whatever the baseline bid is for California. Something that's really cool and that's very new is if you click on Edit Locations here, and we'll go to Advanced Search, there is now something next to radius targeting called Location Extension Targeting. So I only have one location extension on this campaign, but let's say I had 10 different location extensions because I had 10 different storefronts all across the country or in a metro area or something. I can say automatically I want to target a certain radius around each location extension. So we'll start it off at 2 miles. I click Add, and now that's added as a new target. So I think that's really cool because now if I click Save, I have that 2 miles around each location extension. I could say these are people that are super relevant that I want to reach. I want to increase that by 30%. And you have an experience where if I'm, and this is actually, I'll quit the screen share now, but I was visiting San Francisco not too long ago looking for bike rentals, walking around the city. I decided I wanted to ride across the Golden Gate Bridge. And I searched for bike rentals in San Francisco on my mobile phone. So let's say that a bike rental shop is targeting 2 miles around their location, and they've increased the bid on that. They've also set mobile preferred site links to say, $10 in-store offer. So now, they're targeting someone who's within 2 miles of their store, has searched for, their store on a mobile device. I'm now seeing this in-store offer, and it's kind of created the ultimate mobile optimized experience. And it's kind of like a combination of a lot of the things we've talked about, right? So the mobile preferred site links, and then that location extension targeting, and being able to now include that in your location targeting, and it really kind of helps you reach the right customer on the right device at the right time. So, and just to recap now, that's pretty much everything about location extensions and location targeting. And to recap, these are optional, so you don't have to opt into them if you don't want to. However, I think you really, really should, because as we talked about, there's so much more added functionality. Forwarding numbers are now free on call extensions. You have ad group level site link and call extensions, which people have been wanting forever. You have individual site link reporting, and you can also track calls as conversions and set that at whatever you define as a conversion for calls. And just overall, you can kind of use data and optimize at a much more granular level, and it's just a bit less of a headache now, because you can kind of, instead of breaking out 4 different campaigns for 4 different sets of site links or call extensions, you can do it all in one campaign with ad group level site links and call extensions. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Awesome. Thanks for that, Andy. And thank you both so much for taking the time to be here today. That was all really useful information. It doesn't look like we have many questions yet, so we'll wrap it up. But just a quick reminder that our next and final Enhanced Campaign series is going to be on April 24th, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So same day, Wednesday, same time. Tune in, because it's going to be smarter mobile ads. We know people love searching on their phones, so you really want to capitalize on this. We'll have specialists who will be talking about how to take advantage of people searching on their mobile phones, especially with these new enhanced campaigns. And with that, everyone, enjoy the rest of your day. And again, thank you, Wes and Andy, for joining us.
Thanks, Kaylin. Bye, everyone.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone.